Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I've got guests. I'm doing appraisals with tips, and everything's unscripted. I don't know what's coming. It's going to be fun. Hi. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Lori. It's Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. What's happening? Annapolis, Maryland.
Yes. Annapolis does remember over here.
That's right. Wonderful. So Sandy and I have done video calls together for a long time, and it's nice to see you. Thanks for joining me live. What's happening there? What have you got?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, this came from an estate sale.
Okay.
And I'm looking at a perfume holder. So this is what the outside
looks like it. Oh, we lost
this bone.
Okay. So you've got a little bone latch, right? And then you've got a textile over a piece of probably cardboard. Okay. So an Asian style box. Let's open it. And what's inside? We love unboxing, right? Oh, wonderful. Okay, let's talk about what this is. Can you take it out of the box? Just be careful. And then if you put the box down, the stopper on the top, you want to hold it down to make sure that doesn't fall out. Okay. It's not perfume, hon. That's a snuff bottle.
It is snuff.
Yeah, it is snuff. Excuse me. It is snuff. So snuff, of course, is I beg your pardon. Snuff, of course, was utilized mainly in the late 19th, early 20th century. It was carried in these little tiny bottles, and then there's a stopper on the top of the bottle that has a little spoon element. Can the stopper come off, Sandy?
Yes. Actually, my grandmother and great aunt, they all were snuff users, so I'm very familiar with snuff.
Okay. So now this piece doesn't have its spoon anymore, so that decreases value some. It's a reverse glass painted bottle. If you show everybody the bottom of the bottle. So the bottom of the bottle will show you, or the body of the bottle will show you the side of the bottle. I'm sorry, my mistake. The side of the bottle. There you go. We'll actually show you the decoration. It's reverse glass painted. These were very, very popular, of course, and they were collected and they were held on your person. How much did you pay for it and where'd you get it?
An estate sale, and virtually maybe a nickel.
Maybe a nickel, right? It's take to put everything together. Value on that piece is $65. It's very nice.
Beautiful.
And dates to about the turn of the 20th century. That's great.
Thank you. And you notice I have the gloves.
You got to get the gloves.
Finally took them out of the box, and the quality, they are absolutely wonderful.
I'm glad you like the gloves. There's more, of course, on the specials and shop page, and all my recommendations are there. And yes, I get a small compensation if you buy something through the specials and shop page. It's all for you. Nice to see you, Sandy. Thanks for being with me.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye. Take care.
Pleasure. Also, a lot of things on the specials and shop page. My special class, which is coming up. Seats are limited. My virtual class. I want you to join me. And of course, I'm going to teach you all that stuff. You got a direct class with me. Lots of special events happening there. You can check those out right on the specials and shop page at drloriv.com. So I've got guests here. We're going to talk about appraisals. Snuff is a relatively popular collectible. There are boxes, there are bottles, there are a lot of different things that related to snuff. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. How are you?
Hi, it's Donna. I'm in Canada.
Hi, Donna.
This is what I have. It's like a molded resin. I'm having a really tough time finding out. This is the base.
Okay.
I took the stuff off the bottom so I could see, but I'm guessing it's a vase, but it's all molded roses. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
About 9 inches high.
How'd you acquire it, Donna?
It's a lady that gave me an entire trailer worth of her treasures because she was tired of it. So it's one of those things. Free.
Okay. All right. So what it looks like you have is glass, and then there's an application of a composite, or you're calling it a resin on top. Right. So that piece looks like,
I don't know.
Hit the top of it for me. Hit the top with your fingernail. The top. Go like that.
Oh.
That's not the top, Donna. There you are. Yeah. Okay. So the whole thing is resin.
Yeah,
so it went from being like $50 to being like $20. So not great.
Oh yeah.
Maybe there's better things in the trailer. Did you dig through the trailer?
I had to take everything or nothing. So yeah, we've been busy.
Okay. Well, get digging. Get digging and look for quality.
I want tomorrow too.
Okay. All right. Good enough. Nice to see you. I'd say about $20. So it was for a whole big trailer. You probably still did okay.
Wait, is it a candle? Is it a
But
vase?
again, no, it's probably, no, it had a stopper. It had a stopper at one point. You see how small that is? Had a stopper and it held liquid. It dates to probably the 1960s, 1970s based on color and the type of material it is. So not great, but I'm sure there's better stuff. When you get a whole big thing like that, you know, take advantage of when you get a whole big, you know, lot of stuff, you know, that's always a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Donna.
Thank you. Thanks.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Couple of different things when you get these kinds of opportunities, because a lot of people will buy full estates. Maybe a lot of you buy full estates. And of course, oftentimes, you know, it's one flat fee and you get the whole estate, or it's an opportunity like that. Somebody's sick of sort of buying and selling, or they've been collecting a long time and they're moving on in their life. And they say, you know, you can have all of it for a very low price. Go through and look for quality. What are the 3 items you should look for first? Fine art, furniture, precious metals, including jewelry. Then start to go the secondary objects, what to look for. Then look for things like ceramics, things like, of course, collectibles, crystal, glass, that kind of thing. But first and foremost, if you're getting a big lot, you want to categorize it down by the most valuable things first. And that's typically those 3 categories. But other things can be valuable too. But it's always a good idea to, of course, start with that. But I've got guests. We're talking, did get a notice that your class is sold out? No, in fact, you know, there are other classes, so you got to check back. So yes, one of them is sold out. Some of them are sold out, but there are other dates available too. So check the specials and shop page. You know, you got to check it because I'm trying to help all of you. So I'm doing lots of things for you on the specials and shop page. So go back to it. You can bookmark it too on your computer or on your phone. But basically it's drloriv.com, and right at the top, specials and shop, and then scroll down and you'll see all the different offerings. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Laura.
Hi, Laura. Where are you calling from, hon?
I'm from Alabama, but I live in Austin, Texas now.
Nice to see you.
My mom and I have been following you for years.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said my mother and I have been following you for years.
Thank you. I've been doing this for years, like decades. But you know what? People are very, very kind. And thank you for the super chats and the super stickers. There's lots of these folks who, of course, have been supporting the channel for a long, long time. You can support it with super chats, super stickers, buying a mug, for example, or sharing the channel. You could share the channel. So anyway,
yes.
What have you got to show me there, Laura?
So hopefully you can see it. It's
upside down.
Oh,
upside
well, that
down.
won't help.
Okay. And in the future, sitting in front of a window is not a good idea.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to move now, but in the future, let's see.
Okay,
so right in front of your face, if you want to put the piece right in front of your face. Okay, that's good. And down a little bit. Just there you go. Stop. All right. So you got a nice little landscape painting. Is it on board? Is it oil on board? Be careful. Okay. What she just did was really, really cowboy. Okay. What I mean by that is, wow. You know, so she pulled it right out of that frame. Make sure that you take if you're going to take something out of a frame, take all those brads, all those nails out completely. And I like you to unscrew the wire too. Now I don't, because I've been years in museums. I do the same thing you basically do, but it's not the best way to do it. You could damage the piece. All right, so let's see that piece. The frame is not worth too much. Will you hold up the frame a minute, Laura?
Sure.
Just so I can show everybody what not to look for.
Yes.
This is a pretty cheap sort of wooden frame. It's not hurting anybody, but it's not in good shape and it's not all that valuable. Probably $20 on the frame. Okay, keep going. Let's see that painting. Back up some, hun. Got to back it up. There we go. Oh, finally. All right. Okay, so it looks like
it's Wilson on it.
Okay, so it's signed in the lower left-hand corner, lower right-hand corner.
Lower left-hand corner.
Okay, so typically that's a little bit earlier. So I would say time period for that piece is early 1900s. And this particular piece, how'd you acquire it?
So I have a mother-in-law, bless her soul, and
Did you get it from your mother-in-law?
I did.
Okay,
and she believes she believes it is worth $19,000.
Okay, why?
Because
Laura, why?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Because she believes that everything she owns might be worth about $50 bazillion more than what it's worth.
Okay, that's fine. So a couple of different things. First of all, it's an early 20th century painting. It's by an artist who is what we would call second tier, relatively well known, but certainly not a piece that's going to be in the tens of thousands of dollars, excuse me. So that's one of the things. The other thing is the support in the frame. That artist is trained. Okay, so he does have training, but I would say that value on that piece, is that piece 12 by 16? Is that piece 16 by 20?
I'd say 8 by 12, probably.
You'd say 8 by 12, so rather small. I would say value on that piece, about $250, and then I'd add $20 for that frame. And as I said, dates to the early 20th century. Thanks for being with me.
No, thank you.
Nice to see all of you. This is Dr. Lori Live. I'm Dr. Lori. I'm giving you expert answers to your questions. Got lots going on. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, it's free. It's easy to do. And I hope that you will do that at drloriv.com. Go up to the thumbs up. That's the free menu item at drloriv.com. And you can, of course, check that out and sign up. Give us your email. And when we send out the newsletter, you don't have to do anything. When we send out the newsletter, you'll get it in your inbox. So it's lots of tips and information about events and all of our specials, which are on the specials and shop page. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Lori.
What's your name?
My name's Delina, and I'm calling from San Antonio, Texas.
Alina?
Delina.
Nice to meet you, hon. So tell me, what have you got?
I've got another picture. You did one.
You got a picture, huh? All right.
It's a
little bit of glare. We got to you tilt it down. If you have glare, I want you to tilt it down. All right. There you go. Well, it's nice. Is it signed? It's kind of cute. Child's kind of blocks and a lion. I don't know if blocks go with lions. I don't know if I'd want my nieces near a lion, but cute. Okay.
It's signed at the bottom right there.
Who's it signed by?
Lesta Frank.
Okay.
And that's
what do you know about Lesta? Did you look her up?
I tried looking it up. I can't find anything anywhere.
You're not finding.
It was probably nothing.
You're not finding her. You know why you're not finding her? I'll tell you. She's a Sunday painter. She's pretty good, but basically she's an artist who does it for art's sake. She enjoys it and she's good at it. Okay, fine. I would think that you probably could find more of these. You know, might have been somebody who took it up as a hobby. And but it's a nice piece. Is it 8 by 10?
I measured it. It was 14 by 16, I think, from here to here, though.
And you can see that it's put in a frame about the 1970s, those typical Nielsen frames. How did you acquire it? How much did you pay for it?
I got it at Goodwill for $3.93.
$3.93. Okay. So do we have anybody else in the wings that I could bring in to help me appraise this? We all know I know what it is. Let's see if there's somebody in the wings.
Yeah, I know that it's a water.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Kristen.
Hi, Kristen. Look at this piece with this lion that Delina has. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How much do you think it's worth?
Considering it's a Sunday painter who did it for the
What do you
joy
think it's
of
worth?
doing it,
What do you think it's worth?
maybe 80 so bucks.
80? 80?
Yeah.
No, unknown. The frame is probably worth $15, and you're going 80. You think that's high?
Yeah, probably is in hindsight.
I think that's a little bit high. I would say value, but the way she basically did her critical thinking of trying to get to that value was fine because it is realistic. It is relatively well done, but we haven't got any provenance. We haven't got much of anything else. Could you resell it for $50? Yeah, you could probably resell it for 50. I think 80 is just a little bit high, but she did a good job at helping with respect to the appraisals. A good appraisal sidekick there. Thank you very much. That's a nice one too. So for your investment, you did really pretty well.
Good.
Right. The other thing I would do is I would make sure that you see that mat, make sure that mat is not acidic. I would think that is an acidic mat. It probably has a brown line around it. So look for that too.
Okay, I will do.
Nice to see you. Did you get it at Goodwill?
I did.
Great. Goodwill. That's nice. Always look for artwork. Thank you for being with me. Always look for artwork. A couple of different things about artwork. Originals are always better. Oh my gosh, Dr. Lori, really? Yeah. That doesn't mean that prints can't be valuable. It just means if you have the opportunity between an original, a good original, and a good print, the original is usually going to be worth a better amount, higher quality, directly with the artist, even if it's a Sunday painter. So nothing against prints. Prints can be valuable. Some Picasso prints have sold for, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So, that's not that prints are not valuable, but remember that. Oh, Tampa. Yeah, Tampa, Florida. There we go. Of course, all over, I do appearances weekly on many, of course, of the national stations. And it's always good to see you all here. The Berg, I do love the Berg. Pittsburgh, I love Pittsburgh, and they've been good to love me. So I really enjoy being at all these places all around, of course, the United States and abroad. I've been very lucky to travel and talk about all your treasures and what treasures you've found all over the world. It's been a lot of fun. If you want to see all of my videos, not only the ones that are, of course, taped here live, but all of them, the binge link. And it's easy to find the binge link and easy to use the binge link. That's why my staff has given you the binge link. Go to the specials and shopping page, scroll down. The binge link is there. Click on it. It'll give you all the videos. And there are a lot of videos with a lot of information that I've done. All the videos, the most recent ones first. So if you miss something, that's where you're going to find it. And there's lots of chock full of information all over. I'm Dr. Lori. My guests are here. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'm the PhD Antiques Appraiser with all kinds of information and, of course, appraisals too. Hi.
Hi, I'm Michelle from Missouri.
Hi, Michelle. How are things?
Pretty good. I've got
What's behind you, Michelle? What's behind you? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Did you paint that?
No, it's a scarf. It's hand-painted scarf.
Wow, it's really nice. That's called surface design. When I was teaching at the State University of New York, before I taught at Penn State and other places, there was a wonderful woman who taught surface design. And what she did was basically she would do the designs for Hermes and the designs for, all of the big designers. So it's Chanel and such. It was cool. Anyway, so you were saying, what have you got for me? Anything good?
I picked up a lot of interesting vintage brooches.
Okay, can you want to show me one? Oh, that's great. I like that. So now looking at that particular brooch, a couple of things. Do you see how some of the colorless stones have a more gray tone?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused about it.
Okay, so the gray tone pieces, the larger ones that you can see, right there is good. The larger ones that you can see, in fact, have more of a gray tone. So typically what that is that means that the setting behind it, which usually is a type of metal, right?
It's sterling.
So that setting behind it is actually coming through and there's more surface of the actual stone. So is it marked sterling?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. Have you tested it with the diamond tester?
I did it. I got one of your testers. I'm still new at using it.
Okay, well, you can use it. Follow the directions.
And it didn't register as anything, but at the same time, in the light, it looks like crystal and not like rhinestone.
No. I don't think it's rhinestone. I don't think it's spinel. Oftentimes in the 1930s and 40s, which is when your piece is from, they would actually set it in sterling silver. So that's nice. It's pretty big, right? Maybe about an inch and a half diameter?
Yes.
Okay. So how much did you pay? Where'd you get it?
I got it for $1.50 at an estate sale.
Wow, $1.50. Nice.
It was the half off day.
It was the half off day. Half off day at the estate sale. Was it at the end of the estate sale where they're like, let's get everything out of here?
It was the second day, and in my area, they often do full price, half day, or 50% off, and then 75% off.
Oh, okay. But everything's picked over by the end, so the half off day is probably pretty crowded. Were other people around the brooches, and did you get a lot of brooches?
No, I'm finding most people aren't interested in brooches in my area.
That's interesting. I'm surprised at that because the Midwest usually is very interested in brooches. That's kind of interesting. And of course, reselling it, this is what it is. The world now, of course, is through the internet. Everybody's selling online. It doesn't matter about basically marketing locally, unless it's furniture or something big that you have to come and pick up. Value on your piece is $175. For your $1 and $50 investment. That's a real bargain. My real bargain videos. Good
Thanks
for you.
for your teaching.
Congratulations. Don't forget to share the channel. And that's based on actual sales records where similar pieces have sold. So that means that they actually have sold for that. And there have been a lot of appraisals that I've done for many of you, trying to help you to succeed, where people have said, Dr. Lori, you appraised this piece of jewelry at this, and it's worth that. And basically, I was able to sell it for exactly what you told me it was worth. You appraised it at this and I sold it at this. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Nice to see you. What's your first name?
Kristen,
Hi, Kristen. Where are you?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. What have you got to show me, hon?
Well, I picked up it's service for 8 of this China pattern by Noritake because I collect China because I think it's pretty.
See now, Laura, let me ask you a question. So Kristen, right?
Mhm.
Kristen. So you collect China. Now you're a young person. Most people
Yeah.
say the kids don't want China. Do you have a big collection of China? Did you just start collecting China? How
No.
did this happen for you with China?
Well, it started when I got my first pattern, which was Marywood, also by Noritake last year. And that was like a 15 piece set, like between 12 to 15 pieces, like settings. Pardon me.
That's all right. What,
Each,
you go ahead.
and this one, I just started collecting it because I think it's really pretty and I don't like the fact that it's not being made anymore.
Right. Wonderful. It's so wonderful. You're preserving history. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will say, oh, young people don't like this. They love this. So many of my fans, of course, are just like Kristen here. So you've got this. Do you have a whole set, sweetie, or do you have just one cup?
I just only brought out 1 cup because I don't want to bring like the whole box out because it's heavy, but it's 8 place settings.
Okay.
It has a covered vegetable, like a really large ornate covered vegetable, what looks like a covered butter dish.
Mm-hmm. Is it round?
Yeah, round butter dish with a cover
dome?
on it.
It's
Yeah.
got a dome. Yeah. That's a butter dish. Sometimes it has a little piece inside that actually has holes in it. You put the ice underneath, and then that. Yeah. Go ahead. All right. Okay.
Yep,
So
that.
you have that. You have a couple of serving pieces, and you have a service for 8. Is your place setting 5 pieces or 3 pieces? A dinner plate, a salad plate, a cup, a saucer?
I think it's just the saucer plate, the salad, and then
Dinner
with it. Yes.
Nice. Okay.
And I do have most of the dinner plates, but one of them has crazing in one corner of the glaze, but
That's
I
okay.
keep all of my stuff. So
How did you get it? Where did you buy it?
I got it at a local thrift store. I think the whole thing was about $63 and they were doing a 60% off sale. So probably about like 20, maybe 13 bucks.
Do you have 56 pieces? If you had to count them up?
Probably.
Probably.
Close to
That's what
that.
I would think. You're probably in the 56 to 62 area of how many pieces with the serving pieces.
Yep.
Noritake, you're looking at the middle part of the 20th century in terms of date and value on your set as you described it with the serving pieces, about $275 for all of it. The crazing is a minor issue with respect to condition, but condition is always very important. So that's great. Good for you. You're finding it. And good for you to preserve some China for us. Thank you.
Of course.
Nice to see you from Ohio.
Nice
I'm
to
Dr.
see you.
Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I appreciate that all of you are watching and sharing the channel, and all of you are telling me, Dr. Lori, I'm learning so much and I'm able to do better, and I've upped my game if I'm a reseller, and I'm finding things that I love with collecting, just like Kristen was. Hi, it's me. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Dr. Lori?
What's your name, sweetie?
Sam
Hi, Sam. Where are you?
in Indiana.
Indiana. Okay. So what's happening? Got something for me?
Yeah, I've got a pair of earrings.
You do?
Yeah, I bought these a couple of years ago at a flea market. Or can you see that?
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Let the camera focus, sweetie. All right. Okay. So they are, it looks like it's a cameo, a relief sculpture of a woman in profile, right? It looks like it actually is black or basalt is oftentimes what it's called in a setting. Is the setting marked?
There is no marking. I went back for them. They were like 50 cents for the pair.
Yeah.
And I was just perplexed by them because I had never seen anything with a clip on it quite like this style. And I've since only seen like a couple of them online.
Don't move it. Don't move it.
I'm trying not to. My hand's a little shaky.
You're okay. You're fine. You're doing great. Okay. Yes. So you saw the clip and you said the clip is something I haven't seen. It's unique. Maybe I should go and invest 50 cents.
And yes, and also I thought it was like unusual or unique that it has this stamping down this metal piece in the center.
Do you have 2 of them? Do you have the pair?
I do, and they're in like identical condition.
Let's see. They are turn of the 20th century. They're in a base metal. A base metal is a nice way of saying you probably have some tin and some zinc and a little lead, everything together. That's what makes it that silver color, but it's not, of course, sterling. That particular loop or that particular backing that you said was unusual to you is relatively common in England, which is probably where they're made, in the time period between about 1895 and about 1905. Value on the pair, about $275 for the pair. Now, they are wonderful. They're very nice. They're classical revival. So if you're looking at styles, and these are some of the things I'm going to teach you in, of course, the classes, not only values and how to spot values, but also what are the different art movements so you know what to look for. Classical revival, where they're looking back at the ancient Romans and the ancient Greeks, of course, and looking at cameos that's revived in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So, at the time when Queen Victoria could have worn them.
That's awesome. Dr. Lori, so will you remind me what the material is on the cameo for this type of thing?
So that's basically a black cameo. Sometimes they call it basalt, and basalt is a particular type of ceramic that they'll use on the cameo. It could also be carved. I don't think yours is a carved. I think yours is a molded cameo. So that's why it's not a $1,200 cameo, right? We've seen cameos on the channel, coral, and of course, carved of shell from Italy, for example. Those would be more. That's why yours are in that $275, $300 range. Again, where did you get it?
At a flea market in Lafayette, Indiana. Yep.
Great. All right. Well, good to see you. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching the channel.
Always. Thank you so much, Dr. Lori. Have a good day.
You too. Bye, Sam. You appraised the Miriam Haskell necklace that I paid $8 for at $450, and I sold it on eBay auction for $539. There it is. Testimonial, right? I'm telling you, I'm so happy because that's what I want you all to do. I can help you do it. All you have to do is watch the channel, share the channel. Here's my next guest. Congratulations. Hi, it's Dr. Lori. Excuse my throat today. I'm sorry to keep clearing my throat. It's Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live, and your thumb is in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
There we go. Hi, honey. What's your name?
Now it's on the other side. My name's Eddie.
Hi, Eddie. Oh, Eddie. Move your hand, sweetheart. That's okay.
Oh.
Well, Eddie will move her hand and maybe she'll come back. Okay. Oh, here she is. Yeah, you guys need some helpers. Nobody else is in the house, huh? You're going to have to back that. Yeah, you're going to have to back that up for me, Eddie. All right. Okay. That's one way to do it. So it's a hand-painted ceramic vessel. Is it marked on the bottom, Rookwood?
I could not find that.
Not marked at all? Show me the bottom. It's in the manner of Rookwood. It is not Rookwood. Okay. So it's not Rookwood. Just looking at the base, it's not made in the high-quality manner of Rookwood. But a lot of manufacturers, a lot of pottery manufacturers in the 1920s, 30s, 40s would actually try to mimic some of the great ceramic, hand-painted ceramic firms like Rookwood. Where did you get it? How much did you pay?
My dad was an antique collector and an art dealer, and just thought that it was good and told me not to ever give it away.
I wouldn't give it away. I also wouldn't sell it for it's not worth more than $95. It's a nice piece, but it isn't Rookwood, which is what it's trying to look like, but it's in the manner of Rookwood. Today, pottery is very, very hot. A lot of people are collecting ceramics. You probably could get just around $100 for it, and that's what you're looking for. Remember, some of those folks who were, of course, established antique dealers for a long time have these values higher than what the market really will bear now. They're like, oh, it's great. It's a couple $100. It's $500, $800. Well, that was the case prior to the internet, but sourcing has become a lot easier. So a lot of pieces have decreased in value. The market will bear what the market will bear. Nice to see you. Thanks for calling in. I'm Dr. Lori. This is Ask Dr. Lori Live. I'll see you next time.